All right, shalom, shalom, Yasharala. Before we get started, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. You sincere brothers out here that's pushing his word, and you sincere sisters that's listening and learning. You few sincere sisters that's listening and learning, may the choice of election be upon your house. We're back another video. This is gonna be another lesson. Now I don't really have a title, but I may title it U.S. or the House just passed military draft bill, something to that effect. All right, and I got this video. I mean, I don't play the whole thing, but it's from Steve Ram. All right, breaking this 3 hours ago, so this is today. It says breaking U.S. military draft bill just passed, and I may just title that as well. You know, take his title. All right, or I may change it around a little bit. But U.S. military draft bill just passed, and if you don't know what it is, all right, got this over here. These ads. It says this is from justthenews.com. It says House passes resolution to automatically enroll men age 18 to 26 in military draft. Right? It says the House of Representatives passed a resolution Friday that automatically enrolls young men for selective service and expands the mandatory draft ages by 1 year to men age 18 to 26. Young men are already required. Young men are already required to register for selective service if they are between the ages of 18 and 25. But the new resolution would enroll them automatically. Although the draft has not been used in half a century, it is considered a felony if an eligible man fails to register, Fox News reported. The resolution was included in the National Defense Authorization Act, NDAA, which approves the defense budget for the next fiscal year and includes the government's top priorities when it comes to defense and national security policies. The NDAA passed the House in a 217 to 199 vote. It says by using available federal databases, the Selective Service Agency, hold on, Salakia, get rid of that. It says the Selective Service Agency will be able to register all the individuals required and thus help ensure that any future military draft is fair and equitable. It says Democratic Pennsylvania Rep. Chrissy Holohan said during debate on the resolution last month, according to the Defense News. This, in quotes, this will also allow us to reallocate, hope I said that right, resources. Basically, that means money towards reading readiness and towards mobilization, rather than towards education and advertising campaigns driven to register people. And this is it's not that long. We can read one more, couple more of I was ready to say verses, a couple more paragraphs. But it says the NDAA also included controversial measures on abortion, the ABC community issues, and diversity efforts, which limits its ability to pass in the Democratic-led Senate. It also included a substantial pay raise for service members, including a 19% raise for junior enlisted members and a 4.5% raise for other service members. The NDAA coming out of the House is loaded with LGBTQ, anti-choice, anti-environment, and other divisive amendments guaranteed not to pass the Senate. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said in a post X, "We will have to work together to pass bipartisan legislation that honors and respects all who serve in defense of our nation." So that military draft is, It's coming. And we told you about it. All right. The prophets from been the elders been talking about a military draft. All right. We got this from End Time Headlines. It says House passes defense bill automatically registering men 18 to 26 for draft. And we don't gotta read the whole thing, but we'll read a little bit. It said the House of Representatives passed a measure on Friday, all right, which was yesterday, automatically registering men aged 18 to 26 for selective service. It was part of the annual NDAA, which sets out the U.S. government's military and national security priorities over the next fiscal year. This year's NDAA authorizes 895 $0.2 billion in military spending, a $9 billion increase from fiscal 2024. While it hasn't been invoked in over half a century, it's mandatory for all male U.S. citizens to register for the selective service, also known as the military draft, when they turn 18. Failure to register is classified as a felony and comes with a host of legal challenges. Supporters of the amendment argue that it would cut down on bureaucratic red tape and help U.S. citizens avoid unnecessary legal issues, as well as cutting down on the taxpayer dollars going toward prosecuting those cases. It was led by Rep. Chrissy Holohan and passed in the House Armed Services Committee version of the NDAA in May. The NDAA advanced through the committee in an overwhelming 57 to 1 vote. And it's the same thing as the other article says, so that we warned you about that draft, man. We said it was going to come back. You see, because they're going to start drafting people to go fight in the Middle East. Then we're going to watch that little bit of the video, and then we're going to get some scriptures, and Lord willing, is edifying. All right.
If you or somebody you know is between those ages of 18 and 26, men or women, we're going to be covering that in this video as well. You're probably going to. The U.S. military draft. Yesterday, June the 14th, 2024, the House of Representatives passed a defense bill that will automatically register young men ages 18 through 26 for the U.S. draft. So if you or somebody you know is between those ages of 18 and 26, men or women, we're going to be covering that in this video as well. You're probably going to want to see this video. I'm going to be covering the details for you of what it was that unfolded. And I've actually been sharing this with you for quite some time, as we heard back in November that there were rumors that the U.S. draft would need to come back. And that was because we had heard that if we were to enter into a war, or right now potentially World War III, that we currently have 1/10 of the reserves that we had over 50 years ago when we had the last draft in place. And currently in 2023, numbers have come out that the U.S. Army has had a shortfall of its goals by 23%. The U.S. Navy has had a shortfall of 20%. The U.S. Air Force of 10%. And the U.S. Marines are the only ones that have met their goals for recruits. Now, in addition to that, as I mentioned, this is 1/10 of what it was just 50 years ago. So we're going to be discussing what it was that passed yesterday in the House of Representatives, and also
get QuickBooks Solopreneur for $1 per month for mobile only. Sign up today.
Why this is unfolding. Now, in addition to that, just for clarification, this passed in the House of Representatives. We're hearing that this is going to be going on to the Senate, where they're saying this will likely be not passing in the Senate. However, not because of the measure for the automatic registration for the draft, but because of other items that are included in the bill. But that means that if this does not pass because of these other items, that it sounds like Congress is on board and saying that we need a draft to be initiated as we are approaching what appears to be conflict with the United States and other nations. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now I'm going to be sharing with you the latest details on exactly what has unfolded in the last 24 hours, as this just passed yesterday, as I mentioned, June the 14th, 2024, in the House of Representatives. And if you appreciate that, do me a quick favor, hit that like button for me. Just takes a second. This will also spread this information out so more people can hear the latest that is going on. To stay up to date and current with what is taking place in the world, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. It is totally free. Why not go ahead and hit that subscribe button? And also thank you to those of you that have hit that join button and are members of the channel and supporting monthly. Appreciate it a ton. Totally not necessary, but really greatly appreciated for those of you that want to take it a step further and support. And also for those of you that do that, all of these articles that I'm referencing, as you guys know here on the channel, I cite all the sources like it's a book report. I put it in the description, but if you become a member, it also pops up in your YouTube feed as well. All of these sources I'm referencing are going to be linked in the description below. They will also give you hyperlinks to the actual bill, which I have gone through, and it is massive. Wait till you see what is actually in this bill. And I see the comments pouring in you. Yeah, a lot of people, wait till you see the numbers on this, are saying they do not support this. I'm going to be giving.
All right, so you heard it, man. All right, he was just going on rambling. But, yep, the military, the House passed a bill to bring back the military draft. Men from 18 to 26. All right, so a lot of people going to go, all right, these niggas, these 2/3, all right, maybe even some of the truth. Maybe the Lord's going to have, certain of those, who claim to be in the truth to go and fight. We don't know, we don't know how we don't have to, we don't know what the Lord's going to do, but we do know the 2/3 will go and fight. But we did warn that a military draft is coming. All right. And World War III. Let's first start with this. Matthew 24. All right. Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. You see? So we're going to hear wars and rumors of wars. All right, we're hearing the war of Russia and Ukraine. All right, the China and Taiwan. Things that's going on in the Middle East. We're hearing of these different wars that's going on around the world. You see? And eventually America is going to go, is going to get involved in some type of war. I believe if China invade Taiwan, that will lead to war. You see? And they're going to have to step in. You see that? Let's get Isaiah. This is Isaiah 3. I ain't gonna read this whole thing. 25, it says, thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war. And her gate shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. Now this is going Isaiah from 16 on down. It's talking about, the women. All right. And then it says, thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war. Who are these people? They're your husbands, your brothers, your cousins, all right, uncles, nephews. They're all going to war, man. All right, they're going to be selected, selective service. All right, and a lot of people are going to buck up against that. They're going to say, "Oh, I'm not going to war. I'll go to jail." Well, who says they're going to? They could just grab you up off the street. That they made start doing that. I saw a video. I think it was in Ukraine. They was just grabbing men off the street and they attempted to grab this man off the street, and put him in the van and drive off with him. And they may start doing that, in America. They may come see you, they drop him in the van, come get you, grab you up, put you in the van, and take your ass to and take your ass to war, man. Give you a gun and a helmet and say, good luck, sir. Fight for your country. That's what they're gonna do. You see? I want to see what it says in NLT or other translation. CSB, it says your men will fall by the sword, your warriors in battle. NLT, the men of the city will be killed with a sword, and her warriors will die in battle. All right. ESV, your men shall fall by the sword, and your mighty men in the battle. What battle? That battle will Armageddon. Right. Revelation 16. 13. I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. All right, and we always say these 3 unclean spirits, all right, represents the 3 city states, which are America, which is Washington D.C. That's the the army, the that's their army, right? How do you say it? Um, I say stronghold. The London, England's the U.S. U.S. London, England's the financial, and Vatican is the spiritual, right? It says, for they are the spirits of devils, working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of God Almighty. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked, and they see his shame. What is this? What is this talking about? What is that garment? That garment is the truth. All right. If you don't have this truth, man, you walking naked. All right. It says, verse 16, and he gathered them together in a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon, which is Harmageddon, I believe. Let's go. All right. Armageddon. Let's see. HOR means hill, mountain, hill country, a mount. So HOR, right, it means mountain or hill. Mageddon. All right. It says Megiddo or Mageddon, place of crowds. It says the hill or the city of Megiddo. All right, I will see, but so it's Harmageddon. All right. At verse 16, he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue. It says Armageddon, but Harmageddon. You see, and you go to Joel 3. Well, yeah, we can get this. Matter of fact, before we get that, let's go over here. Second address, I think that's 16. Second 16 and 33. It says the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. Why? Why are they gonna mourn? There's gonna be a shortage of men in that day, because a lot of these men, like I said, are gonna die. They're either gonna die in America, or they're gonna die over in a war, man. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. You see, in the wars their husbands, all right, shall be destroyed. You see that? The bridegrooms, it said, in the wars that shall their bridegrooms, their husbands, be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. You see? So a lot of people gonna be drafted to the war, man. All right, we pray. This is what the prophets from starting from Elder Apostle HOR on down has been prophesying. You see, I will see that in the NLT version, not NL GNT version. Slovakia. So I got just 16. All right, and let me see. 33 says, young women will be mourning because there is no one to marry them. Wives will be mourning because they have lost their husbands. Daughters will be mourning because there is no one to help them. All the young men will be killed in the war. See that? And all the married men will die in the famine. You see, so it said the young men, 18 to 26. That's young. Well, hell, well, it's not young, but it's not old either. About age 30. You still a little young, but 18, that's young, man. 18 to 26, that's young. You see, so all the young men will be killed in the war, and all the married men will die in a famine. You see, 18 to 26, so all the married men left back in America, they're gonna die of famine, man. You see that? So, hey, the bridegrooms and the husbands. The bridegrooms are who? The young men. The husbands are, the married men that were left over here, and some of them are gonna die out in the streets in America. About race wars, civil war, right? So the Lord has his prophets prophesying these things and telling you they're coming to pass. So that makes the Bible true. Like we've been saying, like the elders, the apostles, the bishops and the elders on down. Been saying that for a long time since they came on the scene. See that? So let's get that Joel. A little willing, this is all edifying. I'm rambling a little bit, stuttering. Joel 3:9. It said, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Who's the weak? These weak nations. Why? Because they now have a strong military. They have a strong artillery. They have nuclear power. It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is what in the Hebrew, Yahweh Shaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the, hold on. Okay, make sure I was on. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. It says multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. You see, that's that over in the Middle East where they're gonna be fighting. You see, and ultimately, when the Lord returns, they're going to fight against the Lord and the angels, which is going to terribly, be utterly destroyed. Revelation 19, and that's this is verse 11. It says, and I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, right? And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war. It says, his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God, and that's Yahushua. But I'm trying to get to the point. Yep, verse 19, it says, and I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. See that? So they're gonna try to fight against Yahushua and the angels, which they're gonna be slaughtered. They're gonna lose, and Jacob's gonna be in the midst of that. You see? So, amen. U.S. military draft bill just passed, and I may use that as a title. All right. So hey, this is the prophecy is coming to pass, man. And before you know it, the mark of the beast will be implemented. Salakia. All right. So hey, Lord Williams was edifying. Call all Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that he's moving. Hey, the Lord is moving. You see, and he's bringing these prophecies to pass. And Lord willing, we have the elect to make it out. So I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. You sincere brothers out here that's pushing this word, and you sincere sisters that's listening and learning. May the choice of election be upon your house. All right. Hey, continue to keep the faith, brothers and sisters. We almost out of here. All right. Lil Williams edifying. Until next video. Shalom. Kwam Yasharala. Wa Ababa.